Yo Vicky, is the camera on?
Yes, Demi. The camera's on. You may begin, ladies.
Okay, good. Hello, everyone. This is Demi Jean, and I'm here with my lady friends, Flora Karatz, Capri Limwan, Barry Fields, Lucille Worf, and Mariah Monarch. You might be questioning why we're not happy, right? Well, we'll explain.
That's right. Today, we're going to talk about this certain user who recently joined the Beyond community. His name happens to be Christopher's Superhero and Mario Fanatic 2K4. At first, me, Capri, Barry, Lucille, and Mariah thought he seemed like a nice guy, but to me on the other hand, well, let's say the same couldn't apply to her view on Chris.
Yeah. In fact, Demi actually thought that Chris wasn't really an actual user. Instead, she thought that he's actually a stock pivot account created by a former friend of our owner, which was behind of the New York Beyonder 2K4. At first, we didn't believe Demi, but then, after seeing many videos about Chris, me and the rest of the girls discovered that he is a stock pivot account by a behind novel, and we began to believe Demi.
Yes, and now we're not trusting him no more. And to any of you who still trust Chris, then we suggest you don't trust him anymore either, and we highly recommend cutting ties with him.
That's right. Now, you might be wondering, why should we cut ties with Chris when he seems like a nice person? Well, we'll explain. Firstly, to get the elephant out of the room, as you all may know, Abhinav left the Viand community on September 16th of this year. You all may think that he left for good, right? Well, unfortunately, whatever your expectations are, lower them. He actually made the Christopher the Superhero and Mario Fan 2K4 account, and you want to know why we think that Chris is secretly Abhinav?
First and foremost, look at the date that Chris's channel trailer was uploaded to YouTube on. It says that it was uploaded to YouTube on September 17th of this year, and that was a day after Abhinav left both the Viand community and YouTube.
Not only that, but Chris also shares lots of things in common with Abhinav. A good example is both of them being born in the same year, which is 2004, with the only difference being Abhinav being born on February 25th, and Chris being born on December 10th.
Another thing that they have in common is that they both have autism. Plus, Chris joined the Beyond community right after Abhinav left the community as well as YouTube, like what Mariah said earlier. Also, they happen to have the same grammar too. Sound fishy and suspicious to you yet? Because it does to us.
That's right. Another thing that they have in common is that they're both in college, with the only difference being Abhinav being in his sophomore year, and Chris being in his freshman year in college. Also, if Chris claims to have joined the community recently, then how does he know so many Beyonders like our owner and her friends on YouTube and beyond?
Yes, and another thing they share in common is how they both have annual essential subscriptions. This is pretty fishy if you think about it, because most Beyonders, unlike our anime and Princess Animal Crossing 2004, start their Beyond career with free trial, not a subscription.
Yeah, and also, his content looks and feels very similar to Abhinav's. Why? Because he made the same guess what happens on a certain date videos, as well as videos involving updates to avatars, even though Chris made only one of each, which the former features him becoming 19 on December 10th of this year, and the latter features him adding a mustache to himself. And Abhinav made a boatload of videos involving avatar updates and videos involving certain dates of users and OC characters, like birthdays. Honestly, it wouldn't be very surprising if Chris turned out to be Abhinav all along.
That is affirmative. Speaking of avatars, something else very similar about them is that Chris made the same errors on users' avatars like Abhinav did. To name some examples, they both used Azure Midnight Gemstone Dude 2K3's summer look despite the fact Azure updated his look past his summer look, and the color of our owner's headphones is supposed to be a cream and yellowish color, but they both used the same greenish-yellow color. Holden commented on Chris's video where Chris made him that his shoe color is supposed to be black, and not white. If you look at Abhinav's video congratulating Carlson Comedian 2K9 for reaching 1,000 subscribers, Holden is there with the same error of having white shoes rather than black, and Victoria the Sweet Princess Girl 2001's skirt is supposed to be purple, and both Chris and Abhinav made the same error of having her skirt pink. You can't even tell the difference by who created which. Credit to Rapid Hedgehog Animations for this reason, and shout out goes to her.
That's right. I honestly felt like that Chris made videos out of Abhinav just so he could make people think he isn't actually Abhinav. Speaking of which, he made 2 videos involving Abhinav, which one includes Chris ranting on Abhinav, and another involving the latter's former OC girlfriend, Jessica Slider, breaking up with him and getting a new boyfriend afterward. The former video would be downright laughable as he literally ranted on himself since Abhinav is literally behind Chris. Plus, you're also free to laugh at the latter video because of the same reason provided for the former.
Not only that, but Chris also just left the Beyond community right after he just joined it, which is just stupid. This is further evidence that Abhinav is behind the Chris account. The only difference is that Abhinav left the Beyond community because of the drama and the fact that he got a permanent hate base for what he did in the past 2 months, while Chris, on the other hand, left the community all because it's a waste of time for him. What a pathetic reason to leave the community for.
Also, if you checked out his now deleted post stating that he's not created by a behind novel and Chris tried to show evidence, then we hope you didn't fall for it. If he was really telling the truth, then how come the top of his accounts list is cut off, despite him having 2 extra accounts?
I agree with my BFF, Capri. It could be possible that the behind novel must have created a new email. And to behind novel, if you're seeing this, words can't begin to describe how angry and disappointed you made us. Because of your sock puppet account, our owner now despises you more than ever for this. It's like your wannabe of any user who is notorious for making sock puppet accounts.
We all agree with Berry. You are such a disgrace to Viand and YouTube, and we don't care if you close your accounts here, because we won't miss you at all. We can't believe you would make the Chris account solely to strike back to the Viand community and lied about leaving. You deserve a giant L from us, and a big middle finger from all of your former friends, including our owner.
We all agree with Lucille. To be honest, Chris did reveal that he was Abhinav this whole entire time. Don't believe us? Well, take a look at GoobTube's 6.2 posts and you'll see for yourself. Oh, and another shout out goes out to him, and our owner would like to thank him for being another subscriber to her channel. If you want to know how she felt very surprised about it, and grateful for that too.
Anyway, that is all from us for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos. Oh, and one last thing before we sign off.
Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day.
Okay, now that that's done, this is Demi, Flora, Capri, Barry, Lucille, and Mariah signing off. Later, peeps.